みんなおはよ
う。Hi everyone!
やっほー。テキさん in 東京でーす。
よかった。
りょうちゃんがアメリカ留学中にどうアメリカ文化に慣れたかっていうことを話します。
And just like regular advice.
で、それをグレイスと一緒にアドバイスできたらいいなみたいな。
And this was a video we got requested via Patreon for Ryosuke to talk about like how he adjusted to being in America or adjusted being with my family.
で、今日は特にその留学中にりょうちゃんがいろいろ大変だったこととか、主に3つのことについて喋りますんで、
OK。
お手柔らかに。1つ目はフードからいこうか。やっぱアメリカといえばね、フードだからね。
だよね。
まず結論から言うと、りょうちゃんは太りました。
確かにね。But that was a problem that a lot of people had is like Japanese food is very different than American food.
全然違ってね。
Like the consistency and what's in it and stuff like that. So also
全然違った。だからそうね、りょうちゃんはだからもう本当に最初オイリーフードばっか食べちゃって、で、大学のカフェテリアが全部その食べ放題だったの。
だよね。
そう、オールユーキャンイーツね。
Most universities in America have the whole 食べ放題, like all you can eat kind of thing.
ピザとか、もうパスタとか、ステーキじゃないか、あとサラダバーとかも本当いろんなアジアフードとかスパニッシュとかね、いろんな国の料理だったもんね。
Where like all the universities that I've seen in Japan don't have the like a meal plan where you can eat as much as you want and stuff like that.
普通のね、食堂みたいな感じだもんね。りょうちゃんにとってはピザイコールなごちそうだったから、ね、だからアメリカ着いた時にピザみたいな、だからもうピザ3枚ぐらいこう3切れか取って普通にこう食べてて、で1ヶ月ぐらいしたら5キロ太ってて
ね。りょうちゃんのアドバイスは
もうりょうちゃんもジム好きだったから、もうとにかくジムに行けと、であとなんか何を本当に食べるかみたいな気をつけたかな。でりょうちゃん特に気をつけたのはやっぱサラダをよく食べることと、肉食べるときはチキンだけとか。
Just because they have like free hamburgers and free pizza and maybe free dessert doesn't mean that you should eat it every day.
そう食べちゃうんだけどね。そう、あとはだから飲み物は絶対水だけにしたりょうちゃんは。
それの方がいいね。
コーラとかすごい砂糖とか入ってたから。
He didn't realize how much like sugar was in Coke until he was in America and he saw one of the labels and was just like
全然ね。500のコークに 60g ぐらい。60g sugar ぐらい。Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I stopped for a while, so that was fun. まあそんな感じ。グレイスあとなんかある？
No, that's about it.
いい？じゃあ次は授業ね。授業について2つ目、授業。授業はディスカッションが泣きそうになりました。
ね。だよね。Even though you're really energetic, it was still.
そう。りょうちゃんが言ってた日本の AIU はもう本当になんつうの、英語でやってて、ディスカッションとかもあって、りょうちゃんも結構上手だったんだけど、やっぱ本場のアメリカはもっと違って、さらにもっとみんな。
He's raising his hand, by the way.
そうそう。
Like he's not dancing.
はい。
So in America, a lot of classes, especially like my university, the university he studied abroad at was a small liberal arts university, and so it was very discussion based, and so classes might have 10, 15, 20 students, and you kind of had to talk in every single class or you would lose participation points, and a large part of your grade came from class participation.
結構ね、授業に参加したかって発言したかが結構成績に関わってきてて、もう
大変だったね。
そう、ディスカッション喋れなかったから、それがもう苦労って。
So my advice for that, because a lot of students struggle with that, and even I like had problems with anxiety in college, and so I felt really uncomfortable talking during class. Is that when I was studying before class, I would write out on my notebook 1 or 2 sentences or questions that I could ask in that class, and then as soon as it got to be like a topic close to that, I would raise my hand and give my like piece, because I had problems my freshman year and I lost a lot of points because I didn't feel comfortable raising my hand in class.
成績良かったじゃん、クレス。
Well, it became better because of that. But so if like talking in class is something that really worries you and you know that you're going to need participation points, then just write one thing that you're going to say every single class, and then you can practice it a bunch, and then you can raise your hand and talk. And if you talk in class, the teacher's less likely to call on you. That if the teacher needs more class participation, they'll call on the students that aren't talking very much. So if you voluntarily talk, then they're less likely to call on you and ask you a question that you don't know.
そうな。ゆうちゃんはそこまで頭良くなかったから、教授の最初に先生のオフィスとかに速攻行って、教室に行って、先生って、なんかやっぱ ね日本人だからそんなにね英語がみたいなこと言って、でだからでもそのすごい授業とかすごい興味あるから一緒にこうなんか授業終わった後とかに時間があったらディスカッションとか先生としたいですみたいに言ったら大体先生もね、おおマジかお前やるなみたいな感じになってて、こう習ったこととか自分が独学してきたことを言って、先生とこう話したりして、
They were just kind of happy that you were putting the effort into it.
そうで
3番目は
3番目はHow to make friends ね。友達作りだね。
友達になる？
友達になる？
You wanna be my friend?
なってくれますか？もうね、一言で言うとね、マジで大変だったね。アメリカ人みんな超フレンドリーと思ってて、みんな、ヘイヘイヘイヘイみたいな感じだと思ってて、で、まあ実際にそうだったんだけど、
Not as much as you thought it would be.
そう。もうなんか、大学行った瞬間にもう1000人ぐらいがりょうちゃんのことを、こうやって、りょうすけ友達になろうぜみたいな感じをイメージしてたの。
ね。
そう、だから、
Really that was your problem
そう、
right there.
スーパースターみたいにイエーイっていけると思ってたら、
And so, I mean, that's the problem is that a lot of people get this image that Americans are just like, hey, let's be friends. And so a lot of the international students were kind of surprised that people just didn't walk up to them and be like, let's be friends. You're going to be my best friend now. Like it happens in movies and TV shows.
最初は、あれどうやって友達作っていいのかなみたいな。
And that's a good question. A lot of like Americans or just people entering college in general don't know how to make friends or like aren't sure how you make
かな
friends.
り、そう、だからりょうちゃんは、まず見て、そしたら結構みんな部活ごとに食べてたから、あ、じゃあコミュニティだからなんか部活みたいなそういうなんか仲いいグループみたいなの必要だなと思ったの。
But it's actually like a lot of them, it's not even only a couple sports teams.
あ、まあね、まあ
Most
ね。
people, it's just
い
regular
やでもりょう
friends.
ちゃんにとってはそう見えたんだよ。
あ
で、だからりょうちゃんはまずはジムに行って、趣味が同じ人たちと一緒に食べれば、そういうコミュニティできるかなと思って。で、行ったらあっという間にりょうちゃん友達できたと。
Yeah, it worked pretty well for you.
そう、めっちゃ普通にジムで、みたいな。
So my advice for that is that I mean that worked really well for Ryosuke, but for people who aren't really into the gym like me, that having a community, like if you live in the dorm, that I would always knock on people's door right before I was going to go eat and be like, hey, I'm going to go get lunch. Do you want to go eat with me? And so that was a really good way to like, then you walk over together. Because I like hated eating alone. That was I got really anxious. And then the other thing, like for making friends in class, is that the first day I would just watch everyone, not necessarily pay attention to what the teacher was doing, but watch everyone else. And then if there was like a student who was dressed interesting or had interesting opinions or the way they carried themselves seemed really interesting, I would make a point to sit next to them at the next class. And talk to them and just say like, hi, good morning. And then, you know, after a couple classes, then it would be like, how are you? Da-da-da. And then after class, I'd be like, hey, you want to go eat? And they'd be like, sure. And then we would eat together and then we became better and better friends. And that's how I met most of the friends that I'm still in contact with now.
クラス、それいいね。クラスのあれいいね。あともう本当にとにかくりょうちゃんを脱いでたね。バッて。みんな寄ってくるから。こうやって。
Oh my goodness. You are so special. You are so special. So yeah, those are just our kind of thoughts. Ryosuke advice for studying abroad in America.
あとグレイス smart advice。りょうちゃんのちょっとまあ、ちょっと stupid advice。
You're not stupid, you're special.
あと最後。ラスト。いつもこうやってね、フリーキャンディーをこうやって。
Oh my god, no. Definitely not. Do not give them advice like that. So, if you are going to be studying abroad in America, good luck. Maybe we'll do a video about my advice for studying abroad in Japan. I don't know.
Me giving away free candy.
Please don't. I love you, but please don't. Alright.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
受けたら。ありがとね。そう。役に立つことを祈って。ありがとう。